Well, I'm at it and I thought I'd record another video. It's a short piece also from Into the Silence, even shorter piece, and it's called Two Mighty Leaks. So it's time for another drink, I think. Cheers. Right, let's find it. There we are. This is the book, Into the Silence, collection of working class life writing. Two Mighty Leaks. My dad always did things off his own bat. He could turn his hand to anything. Plumbing, electrics, carpentry, you name it. He even built a dormer extension on our bungalow with only a modicum of help from our next door neighbour. He grew his own vegetables in the back garden, but when it came to the cultivation of trench and pot leeks, this was something that absorbed most of his time after he took early retirement. He'd regularly go out with his tape measure and inscribe the latest figures into his notebook, inspect them for diseases, water them and feed them with a mixture of blood and bone meal. The trenches were themselves protected with a roof made from polythene sheeting stretched over a wooden frame. That was my dad's handiwork as well. It was to ensure that the flags were protected from hailstones. Eventually, some of his mates from the Working Men's Club would come round and stamp them in readiness for the forthcoming show in September. It would then be time to lift them, taking the greatest possible care not to damage them. They would then be mollycoddled and wrapped in wet blankets or sheets, like newborn babies in their swaddling clothes. Pot leeks must be a maximum of 6 inches in length to a tight button. It's all about the girth, you see, not the length. You've probably heard that phrase in another context. He would later become champion of the National Pot Leek Society in 1986 with 2 mighty specimens, 159.40 cubic inches to be precise. I had to smile when I read the account of the annual show in the 1987 yearbook. One observer was heard to comment that they looked as though they had been made, not grown. Others stood immobile in front of the stands with a look of awe and reverence upon their faces. Yes, that was my dad all right. He made things. And now I too am following in his footsteps, except that I make things with words, though it will be difficult to match his achievements when it comes to those 2 mighty leeks.